What is up, everybody? It's your girl Juju the Master Manifestor, and I am back with another video. So today I'm going to be doing a very special reading. We're going to be getting the 2024 presidential election prediction between Kamala Harris and Trump. Okay, so the questions I'm going to ask is, what is the energy surrounded by each candidate? If Kamala wins, is she going to do everything that she's lined out in her policies, that she has outlined in her policies? If Trump wins, what are his focuses? By this time next year, what is the current energy surrounded by the United States? So we're going to see, like, has the energy raised? You know, are things improving within the economy? Are people overall more happier, more fulfilled in life? So that's the point of this reading. I'm not going to take too long at all getting started. I probably won't even show myself shuffling. I'm just going to, well, I might show shuffling. I might just speed it up. But I'm excited for this reading. I shuffled the music. First song that we have playing is Kendrick Lamar's Silent Hill featuring Kodak Black. So this is very interesting. If you guys pay attention to the lyrics and the music during my readings. If this is your first time watching my readings, I usually play music because one of my spiritual gifts is clairaudience, which means that I can communicate with spirit in a form of divination through music. So basically, you know, picking up on music, and I mean, anybody can develop this gift if you are in touch with your intuition. If you trust that those messages that are coming through, then you can tap into the energy of clairaudience. So basically, pay attention to the lyrics and the music. That's going to be a good indication of the energy that both parties are portraying. So pay attention to each question that I'm asking, what the lyrics are saying. Sometimes you might be able to hear the music, sometimes you won't. Sometimes I'll pause the music depending on if it's distracting me or not, because I'm usually pretty zoned out. But this is going to be a good reading. I'm going to try my hardest not to be biased. But I'm super excited for my soror. I feel like she's going to win. I feel like she has it. But we are going to see. It is currently November the 4th. So the election is... the actual election takes place tomorrow. So I'm excited. I'm really excited. This feels like when Obama won. It feels like that era. So I'm really excited to get into this reading. Without further ado, let's get into it. All right. Okay. Let's get it. All right. Question number 1. What is the energy surrounded by each candidate? So we're going to start with Kamala. So I'm going to start the music back, and I'm going to just shuffle the cards, and then, yeah. What is the energy surrounded by Kamala during this election? Got 2. Just 1. All right, Page of Swords. Oh, wow. That's great. Energy surrounded by Kamala. I'm going to go ahead and pull the clarifiers. This is all I see. Okay, hold up. Energy surrounded by Kamala. I'm going to pull from my mediumship deck, but I'm going to wait till after we talk, and then we're going to kind of connect with the spirits. All right. Energy surrounded by Kamala. Whoa. Just based off these cards, wow. These are some positive cards. Energy surrounded by Kamala. Whoa. Lot of energy. Okay, this one to come out. Energy surrounded by Kamala. Whoa. Damn. Okay. This is a lot of cards, but I'm gonna keep them. Music screaming too. I have no father. Energy surrounded by Kamala. Shots fired straight to the heart. Oh, she ain't playing. Energy surrounded by Kamala. I don't want your ice, but I want your life. Push these niggas off me like, ugh. She's disgusted with Trump. Energy surrounded by Kamala. Perfect match. Cloud 9. High off life/love. Oh, she in her prime right now. All right. Energy, Kamala. All right. Energy surrounded by Kamala. Any positive ancestors want to step forward? Whoa. Okay, one of her ancestors was a victim to gun violence. All right, a grandfather spirit is stepping forward from the 1800s. Okay, we'll get information about that. I'm not gonna pull any ancestral cards for Trump because I don't want to talk to his ancestors. But yeah, so let's go ahead and pull energy surrounded by Trump. Energy surrounded by Trump. Oh my God. Oh my God. The 9 of Swords. Oh my God. She got that man restless. Do you hear me? All right, the song True by Lloyd just came on.
I lost it all.
I lost it all. Did y'all hear this?
My friends.
My friend. My loved ones. The song said just asleep. Huh? Alright. This song is about to be screaming, okay? Because I know the lyrics to this song. So these are the cards for Kamala. Right here. I'm going to put them down. Got her cards over here. I'm going to put Trump's cards over here. Like I said, I'm not going to be biased at all. Like, I'm not that type of reader at all. I'm going to give it to y'all raw and uncut. No cap. That's just me, boo. All right, so we got the tarot cards for Kamala and Trump. So now I'm gonna pull the clarifiers for Trump, but pay attention to the lyrics and the music while I pull the clarifiers, okay?
Always.
Energy surrounded by Trump. Whoa.
From the stroke. From the pain.
Okay. Energy surrounded by Trump. During this election. Oh my God. Not the devil card with the anger problems. Okay. Here's my story. Obstacles and challenges. Heartache and loss. Prosperity begins. Okay. Look what's on the bottom of the deck. Material and spiritual prosperity. This is a white man on a balcony. Financial and material changes, positive movement forward, transformation. Okay. Let me see what else we got for Trump. Energy surrounded by Trump. This is me. Please accept me for who I am. Look! Rebel, spirit guide. Creativity, artist. Trump's energy. Too many. Trump's energy. Holy one, inspiration. Okay. It's some delusion coming from his side. I'm gonna put it like that. Okay, let me see. Energy surrounded by Trump during this election. Oh, don't none of these want to come out. Energy surrounded by Trump during the election. Oh my God.
So much shit that happened that it's hard to talk about. So many losses that my lawyer said don't talk about.
Lawyers. All right, I'm gonna pause the music. I just finished pulling the cards. So I'm gonna go ahead and get into the message. Energy surrounded by Kamala. We have the Page of Wands up close. This is what the card looks like. If you're curious, this is the fire sign and earth sign energy. You have a yes, even though we didn't ask a yes or no question. This whole thing is about the election. So without asking, is she gonna win? This is basically the energy surrounded by whether or not she has a fighting chance at this, okay? So the first card you get, Page of Wands, came upright. So this is what it represents in the upright. Inspiration, ideas, discovery, limitless potential, free spirit, exploration, excitement, and freedom. Baby, that's the energy we want, okay? For a president, that's presidential energy. And if you look, she's looking forward. When she said we're not going back, baby, we're not going back. She is not with the bullshit, okay? These are the clarifiers we have for her. So I'm gonna back up the camera just a little bit so y'all can see. Okay, we'll start with these. Talent, travel, home, truth. This is an older woman. She's looking in the mirror. It's like her heart is reflecting. So with her, what you see is what you get. Like when you look at her and she speaks to you, she's speaking the truth. She's not a liar. Okay, so this is the energy surrounded by Kamala. Passion. So she's definitely fired up during this time. Like she's very inspired, and she is like, I feel like she's reached a part of her life where she feels like she's on top of the world. Okay, you have the Justice card. This makes so much sense because her background and, you know, just what she represents and what she stands for is justice. So we have the Justice coming up for her, the lady in all white. Then we have prosperity. This is the lady in all white as well. So, you know, she has the funds. Okay, the checks are clearing. Okay, we also have commitment and finding. So I feel like she's hit that sweet spot in her life to where she feels very fulfilled from her work. And that reflects within her everyday life. I think, you know, a person's everyday life, you'll know if you can trust a person by what they do on a regular basis. Is this person, usually or, normally helping people? Because I feel like if a person that's not a part of who they are, you'll never see them doing it. Like, that's just their character, you know? So I feel like her energy, she's definitely like, I'm getting like philanthropist energy from this. Like she's for the people. She believes in justice. This gives me Lady Justice. So this is Libra energy with the scales. Y'all see the scales? And then you have the passion. This is the fire sign energy coming out. The home energy. This is, to me, this is referring to her being such a person that's so personable. People can trust her. I think it's the fact not only that she's a woman, I think it's the fact that she makes people feel comfortable. Like she has this mama bear energy about her. So a lot of people are feeling all the feels for her. You know, she's really for the people, but she's also, touching on topics that are very important. Like, her just addressing Black people in the way that she's addressed them, I think is amazing. Her taking the time on her campaign to really connect with the Black men and really talk to them about issues that are very important, like health issues and things like that. I think that that's what Spirit is referencing here when it comes to home, because she's given this energy of like, I'm gonna use my platform now to address issues that have never been addressed in this capacity. So I feel like this energy coming through as exploration, limitless potential. No, once she get in that White House, even though she's in the White House, but as you know, like vice president, that's not a role where you're really in the justice role. That's not really her life's purpose. But she was patient and she put her intentions out there of what she wanted, and I feel like that came to pass. So for her, that's why I'm saying this is the best moments of her life, because she's reflecting over her journey and she's realizing how far she's come, and she knows that nobody can stand in her way. her secret power right now is her passion and her drive and her commitment. Got the commitment card here. She's committed to the American people. She's committed to people who aren't even natural born citizens. Like she's home in a safe space for a lot of people. So this is the energy surrounded by her with those cards. Next up we have Cloud 9, high off life / love. So she's in a really good place with her partner right now. That energy's coming up, perfect match. So I feel like, you know, this is really important. Like her partner is really important to her. And I feel like, you know, he's coming up in her energy. So the question was, what is the energy surrounded by each candidate? So the energy surrounded by her is love, passion, just being high off of life, doing something that she always wanted to do and succeeding at it. Because you have prosperity. This is showing money. So yes, we're going to see an increase in her finances, but also prosperity and abundance is not just money. You know, this could be, you know, having family around you, people that love you, people that adore you, you know, people that give you your flowers while you're here. This is her energy. She's just literally on cloud 9. Look at these cards. Talent, prosperity. Okay. So her talent being like fighting for justice, fighting for the truth. And I feel like her truth at this moment, and it's crazy because this feels very ancestral. Like all the ancestors are behind her and they're going to make sure this happens for her. And whether this happens for her or not, she's going to be just fine. Like she's going to be in a way better position whether she wins or not. So I feel like people will start to pay more attention to like policies and not just the presidential election, but also like the local elections, like within the community. Like she is very much about like bringing about change. And I know a lot of people are going to have to just put their trust, you know, kind of blindly put their trust. But at the same time, like she will be our first Black woman president. That's history within itself. So y'all already know the ancestors and her spirit team is like surrounding her. So let's look at the ancestor cards, because she got a good handful of cards here. This is my mediumship deck. If anybody's interested in purchasing, this is the Skinfolk Mediumship Oracle by yours truly. Okay, so we got high vibrational spirit. Okay, so the spirits that are surrounding her are high vibrational. They're speaking about fasting and praying. So this is like church, like a church lady. It's a church lady with an afro. And also like this is a lot of, so this would be her African-American ancestry coming up. And I'm also getting Caribbean. But this spirit or these spirits, I'm not going to necessarily speak to one, but these spirits are very high vibrational. Okay, this is from her paternal side. So we got paternal. We got a couple different spirits. So one that died of cancer. You have the Dominican Caribbean ancestry. Then the died of cancer. This spirit died of cancer, a disease characterized by abnormal cell growth. They are letting you know this is how they passed away or what led up to their death. Symptoms may include hair loss, weight loss, fatigue, and pain. So wait, I think her mom passed away from cancer. So her mom is stepping forward. Also spirit from, let's see. We have a child spirit here as well. Look, yeah, grandparent with the spirit, with the child spirit in the spirit realm. I can't read. Grandparent with a child in the spirit realm. So this is the spirit. I think it's a little boy. This could be a nephew or like a younger cousin, but it's a baby boy. It's a Black boy. That's stepping forward for her. That's in her family. That is within her frequency. There's also a grandparent that's present as well as her mom. I feel like the energy of her mom is stepping forward, saying no pain on the other side. This is always a good confirmation. And her mom is cheering her on. Her mom wants her to know that she's with her every step of the way, and so are her ancestors. And it's important that she's being vocal about, you know, her ancestry and where she comes from, because a lot of people are making a mockery out of this and, you know, just making fun of like the fact that she's mixed with different things. And they're saying, oh, you know, she's not really Black, and that is BS. Like this is this woman is an HBCU graduate. Like, she's very much in tune with her roots. I'm telling you, anybody that's went to a HBCU, you're going to learn about yourself. You're going to learn your history. You're going to learn, you know, so many aspects about where you come from. And also going to HBCU, it really does develop your character. She went to Howard, so that really says a lot. And she pledged AKA at Howard. Okay, that is huge. That is where AKA was founded. So just think about the significance of that. You know, nobody who's not in touch with their black roots is going to, you know, go D9. I'm just going to be honest with you. Like I said, she's a member of Alpha Kappa Alpha Sorority Incorporated, and we are the first black sorority. So, you know, trust me, she knows her history. She knows, you know, she's in touch with her black side. But there are also other aspects of her. Like, she has this Caribbean ancestry. I'm not sure if she knows, but yeah, the Dominican ancestry is coming up. And I think that's what the grandparent is. The paternal grandfather, I believe that's who this is. This is a dark-skinned man with a beard. Also seeing two child spirits. Two child spirits here, so there could be more than one child trying to step forward. But you also got the North, so this is Maine, New Hampshire, Vermont, New York, Massachusetts, Rhode Island, Connecticut. So that energy is coming up, so that could be within her spirit team as well. So yeah, those are the messages from the spirit team. They're just basically coming through, letting her know that they're supporting her along the way. She has a lot of high vibrational spirits around her that is protecting her from gun violence, because I am seeing one of the spirits, possibly the grandfather, who possibly died from gun violence. So I feel like, and if he didn't die from gun violence, maybe he experienced, you know, gun violence. He could have possibly been in the war, or, you know, just had experience with guns and been around guns. So he's definitely protecting her from this type of hurt, harm, and danger, which is something that she kind of thinks about a lot. This is coming up. So that's just a confirmation to not worry, because you're divinely protected. So we have singer, voice. So this is coming up. So she's definitely going to be using her voice a lot. That energy is surrounding her. So like, she's realizing she has to rise to the occasion. I feel like she is using every limb in her body during this presidential campaign, because all the cards are just showing so much movement and so much energy. Like, it's just crazy. Like, she's full of life, full of energy, and that's the energy that we need in the president. Somebody that's not going to give up, you know, when things get hard or when times get rough. Sorry, y'all, my cat's showing out in the background, so I had to get her out of here with the spray bottle. All right, because she started distracting me. Okay, so yeah, we got the singer card, voice. So she's using her voice, she's using her energy. All the other cards that came out, as you guys saw, like, it was just a lot of movement. Okay, so we also have the Triumph card. So this is highly likely that she will win. This is a person that's charging forward. This person is not afraid. It's like her saying, like, I eat nose for breakfast. This is that energy all the way. Like, this person is not scared of a fight. They're not scared of, you know, white supremacy. They're not afraid of, you know, how, you know, the rhetoric that people try to use with the Trump campaign of like with Project 2025 or whatever they have planned. They literally want to take us back. They want to take us back to the way things were. What do y'all think that means? So for the people that's voting for Trump, it just, especially if you're black, like, that says a lot about how you feel about yourself, how you feel about women, because he's trying to take away women's rights to their own bodies. Everybody that is living and breathing on this earth came from a woman. So that just goes to show right there. So either you got mommy issues, or, you know, you just have self-hatred within you. And that's just, I'm just gonna keep it real with y'all. Okay, next card we have is power. So this Leo energy is coming up. I'm not sure if she's a Leo. That is fire sign energy, which came up a couple of different times. So we have the Leo that could be in her chart. Let me see. Power. Let me see. This is the energy within her frequency. Love begins. with the rainbow, that's showing me a happy ending. And this is also like you're filling up your cup. This is how I'm perceiving this. It's like she's filling her cup. She's filling other people's cup. You know how they say make sure you fill your own cup before you fill other people's cup. I feel like she's running, like her cup is running over. That's why she's at a place to where, she can help people in the capacity that she's helping people. Okay. Next we have choose wisely. This is a man. So this is actually referencing Trump. If you look, this is a man sitting on the bridge and he's like just thinking and contemplating. Choose wisely. So there's a lot of resistance. This man has a lot of resistance. I think that if a black woman, is actually elected, I think that this would generate a lot of fear within a lot of people. I feel like, especially, within, the community that enslaved this said group of people, I think that community, a lot of people who are still stuck in the past are going to be genuinely terrified if a black woman, is in office for whatever reason. Because look at these cards, you guys. You got shadow and disruption. Look at who's on the card. So, you know how that mirror came up for Kamala? This is a man looking like at someone else and seeing things within himself that he does not like. So I think his lack, of education, his lack of resilience, his lack of just not only street smarts, but just like actually like having just an average level IQ. I think that he is genuinely like jealous of her. I think he's falling apart, like genuinely he's falling apart because he's realizing like he's not as qualified. Next card, we got Boundless Celestial. So this confirms to me about the spirit team. Her spirit team is like showing up for her, giving her the signs that she needs. If I was her, I would definitely spend some time, in nature with the family. I'm seeing her somewhere where there's a lot of trees and there's like this big, huge tree, like similar to this card. But there's just like an open space. Like she needs to like be able to ground herself and just stay rooted. But I think she has a great chance at this. The last card we have is the Innocent Purity card. So this goes to show her intentions are pure. And if you think about, what animals, their energy, what they represent is like they have such a pure energy. So this is Kamala's energy, okay? This is what is showing up for her. This also shows me like, you could look at it in terms of spirit animal messages with the horse and the black cat. I know the black cat is showing up here, but like the horse has showed up a couple different times. And what this horse is representing is just like never giving up. Okay, this is somebody who is just like, once they make their mind up that they're going to do something, they're going to do it and they're going to like see it through. The only way this person is going to stop is if they get hurt. Okay, that's the only way that this person will stop. So that energy is showing up for her. And the black cat's energy actually represents like mysticism, like having that connection to the spirit realm, also being able to connect and communicate with the spirit realm. So I think she's very much in tune. Maybe she doesn't call it this or whatever, but I feel like maybe she is in tune, with her spirit team and just understands how that role that they play, like our deceased relatives. Because I did see there was a interview that she did, I want to say with Shannon Sharp, where he asked her something, and I was just playing it like in the background, and she was talking about how like when our loved ones pass away, it's important that we remember them in that positive light. We don't want to remember them when they were sick. They don't want to be remembered in that way, and it actually weakens their energy. And so me being a medium, like it's crazy that she would say something like that, because I know that to be a fact. I would say in my reality, I don't know what everybody else thinks, but just from my work that I do, working with clients, working with different people, like, that is a message that's come through from spirit. It's like, be mindful of how you remember me. And also, if, you're doing an ancestral reading with me, like a personal reading, If you have a spirit that steps forward and is giving you a message, it's just important to pay attention to the energy that they're in. And if you need to release them, I usually tell all my clients this, whether the spirit is like, if a spirit is doing bad, like release them. You know, you can leave them offering something that will like lift them up spiritually. And also you can also, I'm sorry, I'm saying also, like Lunar is in the back cutting up. Get out of here. Sorry, y'all. I'm not cutting this out either. But anyways, I forgot what I was saying. Let me see. Oh yeah, with the spirit team, like lifting your spirit team up. Sometimes I have to tell people to release certain spirits, because when a spirit that is like still lingering around and they don't really realize, oh, I've deceased, you know, it's kind of like a weird kind of energy around it. It gives ghost, okay? So it's a difference between, you know, having your spirit team just be there in a loving energy and a high vibrational energy versus a spirit that is in a very low vibrational energy. And we don't communicate necessarily with those spirits. I have communicated, you know, with some abusers and things like that who have learned from their mistakes, and they're coming in a positive energy. Now, I can talk to you and deal with that, but it's only so much like I'm going to allow the conversation, you know, to progress to. Like it's not going to be necessarily something that I'm going to encourage like ongoing. Like I try to release certain spirits if I know they're not doing good or they weren't generally good people. I try to make sure, you know, I keep my client in mind first and foremost. Like I never want my clients to feel uncomfortable by somebody who's long gone. You know what I'm saying? Like only positive spirits of love and light are able to step forward. All right, next up we have Trump's card. So we have the 9 of Swords. This is air sign energy, Gemini to be specific. I'm not sure what his zodiac is, but for yes or no, this is what we got. I'm not surprised at all. So it's not looking too good for him. So this is exactly what I was saying. Upright, this card represents anxiety, worry, fear, depression, nightmares, insomnia, hopelessness, trauma, and despair. This is exactly the energy. Like anytime I see this card, this lets me know that this is a person who can't even sleep at night. Like a person that is literally so restless, cannot, like their mind is just going all day, every day. Like even when he's not around, like Kamala or other people, like of course he barely wants to be around Kamala, but like when he's around like political people, I think this is all that's going through his mind. Like he's just constantly like living in fear about if she becomes president. I think he genuinely just doesn't like her because she's a black woman. Okay, so the energy surrounded by Trump, confidence. Let me scoot this back. Confidence, very confident, because he got a lot of audacity. And I want to say this, I want black women and black people to have the audacity of these average men like him, you know what I'm saying, that might necessarily be born into money, but I'm telling y'all, like the audacity that some of them have, we have to start having that same energy about ourselves, because we be having these degrees, experience, you know, we have all these accolades, but then we'll still sit up and have, you know, imposter syndrome. Like be for real, Trump don't have imposter syndrome. And he's had numerous failed businesses, you know, went bankrupt numerous times. So I'm not saying that he's unsuccessful, but I am saying that he's not a good person. And he also, you know, the way he's trying to take the country is just in a different way. It's not where we're actually, you know, needing to be headed. So for the black people who are voting for him, it raises a question to me of like what your actual beliefs are and what your values are. I genuinely will like unfollow somebody if I see them, you know, on Facebook, like, or unfriend somebody, because I feel like, especially if you're not even somebody I talk to on a regular, like, yeah, I don't care. Like a lot of people be like, why are y'all, you know, choosing to like cut off people because they voted for Trump? Like what? So either you're choosing to be ignorant, or, you know, you literally are uneducated and ignorant. You know, ignorance means lack of knowledge. So I don't know why people get offended by that word. It's simple. Educate yourself. Like, even if you don't have a formal education, still you can still educate yourself and know like what is factual versus like concepts. Okay, ask any Trump supporter why they're voting for him or why did they vote for him. I'm telling you, you'll get your answer within 3 seconds. They probably don't know. Okay, we'll just leave it like that. Okay, next card we have is manifestation. So this is telling you right now, like, ain't no experience. We just got audacity, confidence. We have manifestation, just that strong will to do something great with his life. That's what I get from him. Okay, you have the beauty card. So he truly does feel like he's a beautiful person. He's empowering people, but I'm seeing him do some manifestation stuff. So he's probably working with like maybe an astrologer or working with some spiritual type person, because I'm seeing the full moon come up here, and I know he don't know how to do this, but the full moon is coming up. So this is like planet energy. Okay, somebody paying attention to the moon phases and doing like magic on his behalf. Okay, literally, look, hands over the world. This says compassion, which actually shows up in this card. It says strength, compassion, completion, optimism, and suffering. So yes, he's optimistic with this confidence and empowerment, but at the same time, he's kind of banking on people being ignorant. The more people are educating themselves and the more people are realizing that the type of person he is the more people that are choosing to vote for Kamala. Even people that are Republicans. Interesting that this card is red. You have the temptation card. This is a man throwing a plate across the room. This is showing anger issues, drug abuse, domestic violence. So this is not good. You have the crown chakra card. The crown chakra deals with our connection to spirituality and enlightenment, as well as our connection to God. Okay, so then we have the obstacles and challenges. So this is showing somebody that's encountering a lot of challenges. And I think the only challenges that he's encountering is the fact that his plan is not working or going how he planned. I feel like, you know, what he cares about is money. And it's hard not to care about money. You know what I'm saying? Especially when you're a person that is just like power hungry. You want influence. You want power. You know what I'm saying? You don't really want to make changes. Like, you haven't seen any of these cards with a person that is trying to make changes. You know what I'm saying? This person wants money. Oh, actually, look at this card. Financial and material changes. So this is showing this person wants to acquire more things, more finances, and, you know, material being like, you know, cars, house, all the accolades. This person, look, literally, like standing over, this looks like the White House to me, like that balcony. This person already been in the White House. Let's look at what he did. Like, I'm not being biased, but I'm just letting y'all know, like, let's just think about it. Okay, next card you have is transformation, positive movement forward, rebel, free spirit. So this is definitely spot on. You still have the moon here. So this is Trump's energy. Artist, creativity, holy one, inspiration. So he's a holy one, or like he's an inspiration to a lot of people, which is so crazy to say. Like, I think, you know what this is? It's exactly what I was just talking about, like power, influence and power. A lot of his followers, what they admire about him is the fact that he has power. You know, he has a lot of people that it's like endorsed him, including black people. I'm gonna put it like this. A lot of black people, you know, when we come from nothing, we tend to, you know, like, we tend to I don't even know the word I'm trying to say, like with the stimulus check, how we thought that genuinely came out of Trump's pockets. Like, no, like, that wasn't even signed off by him. I think he might have signed off on it at the end, but I believe that was passed by Congress. So the fact that, you know, just because he was president, like, so many black people is still to this day are like saying things like, oh, the stimulus, Trump did that for us. Like, you know what I'm saying? We ain't never had shit. So we're looking at that like he's our savior, our holy one. Baby, 1,500 ain't shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just all about your perspective, you know? But to be honest, like, he's an inspiration to a lot of people because he says whatever comes to his mind. And I think a lot of people, like, wish they could be a rich, I'm gonna put it like this. I think a lot of black people, you know, if you don't love yourself, you aspire to have influence. You aspire to be able to, like, say anything, do anything, and still be on top of the world. And a lot of people don't realize that it'll never be like that. Like, too much has happened. A lot of people who have, you know, a distorted image of self or don't have that self-love, never, you know, had any type of awakening just or realization to, you know, who you are as a person, as a man, as a woman, you know, especially black people. Like, this message is for my black people or people of color. If you've never had that realization or awakening when it comes to, like, your ancestry and where you come from, like, I just really encourage you guys to dig deeper and really, like, look into the history of things and to understand, like, a lot of the ways that we think are really just unrealistic and toxic. And so somebody like Trump comes along and, you know, he gives you a stimulus check, and he also is out here with all this audacity and just delusion. So you're looking at that like, I want to be like that. Like, can we just say, like, just say that. Just say you want to have that type of influence. You want to have that type of, you know, like, you want people to look at you like that. And it's really sad because I wouldn't want to be even comparable to that man. Like, if anything, I want to be like Kamala, you know, like, just come on now. Like, can we just think, just like, who do you more so relate with? Who can you more so relate with? If Trump saw you on the street, do you think he would pay you dust? That's my question. Like, that's what I want the people that are voting for him to understand. Like, even some of the WP that vote for him, y'all be trailer trash to him. So that's why I don't understand why people are praising him like he's just this holy person or this holy figure. It's just very weird. But anyways, let's move along. Obsessed, third party interference. So I do think that he has some things going on in his relationship. You also got the Prosperity Begins card. This card always reminds me of Georgia because you have the peaches. So I do think that he's working with somebody in Georgia that's coming up. You have Undying Love, My Pain, My Love, My Sorrow. So it's definitely something going on in his relationship. I think that he has like a mistress or something like that. So that is question number 1. I hate that I took so long answering this. So let's go ahead and move on. So this is the energy surrounded by Trump. This is the energy surrounded by Kamala. Question number 2. If Kamala wins, is she going to do everything she has outlined in her policies? So this is the question I really want to ask. I'm going to shuffle the music.
This is our dad, and he's our hero. He's always had important jobs, but what...
All right, we got Who Hurt You by Daniel Caesar. All right, so my question is, if Kamala wins, is she going to do everything that she has in her policies? Yes or no? Oh, this one wants to come out. It like flipped over. Okay, so this made me think of what she say, call me Big Sister General. This give me that energy. So this is the Knight of Cups. Wait, take me back to Georgia, back to Atlanta. Why is Georgia coming up so much? Funny. Okay, take me back to Georgia, back to Atlanta. Funny how present turns past. All right, so, you got the Knight of Cups for Kamala. This is Libra and Scorpio energy, so air and water is coming up. So if that's in her chart, you guys let me know. So this card, look, you got the horse again. What was the other card? Wasn't it a horse on there? And I just realized that. So she actually has a total of 4 cards with horses. So that is coming up, and that always gives me like Native American ancestry energy. So I would say that she definitely has Native American ancestry, and I think she said that. I think she's like half Indian. So that's absolutely coming up, and it makes sense with that celestial energy that is her spirit team. Like, the energy from the native spirits is different. Like, oh my God, it's so powerful. I cannot find the card, her card, but yeah, so we have the Knight of Cups, okay, for her. So I'm asking, is she going to change anything or do anything that's within her policies? So we have yes, so she is. So she's going to get right to work. If she wins, she's going to get right to work. We have creativity, romantic, charm, imagination, beauty, knight in shining armor, following the heart, Prince Charming, and proposals. So she's going to be about all of that. It's just a very good energy. Like beauty, I think a lot of people need to see like a feminine energy in office. I mean, just think about like how much women do on a day-to-day basis. Like we are like, we play so many roles in so many people's life. So just not only women, but like that mother energy. Let's just talk about like motherhood, like all the sacrifices that you make as a mother, all the love that you pour into, you know, your children. So this is how Kamala's energy is coming across. Like she makes everybody, even people older than her, feel like she's their mom. Like that person that if you call them and say, hey, the bully is doing this to me, like she's gonna show up like a knight in shining armor. She's gonna show up ready, like for real. Okay, so that's the energy for her. So that was my question. Is she going to do everything she has lined out in her policies? Next question: if Trump wins, what is his focus? Let's ask that. If Trump wins, what is his focus? Whoa, that card flew to the floor. Oh gosh. Okay, so we have the Lover's card. Okay, this card represents love, harmony, relationships, union, partnerships, sexuality, passion, values, alignment, deep love, a choice, the strength of two together. So I think if he comes back, so if he does win, I'm seeing him like being more like in alignment with his partner. I think that was showing up like within the oracle cards that came out for him too. I think that that's going to be a part of his not campaign, because if he wins, he's already in there. But I think this is going to be a part of his tactic of like his wife is coming into the picture. So I think it's going to be a lot of publicity with her. You know how they do when they elect a male president. Like the wife is going to be in all the photo ops and all of that. So that is coming up for him. So you got the Gemini card. So is he a Gemini? Because I think the last card for him was Gemini. Okay. So next question. By this time next year, what is the current energy surrounded by the United States? And also, give me, on the card, show me if it's a man or a woman. If it's a woman, Kamala's going to win. If it's a male, Trump is going to win. Okay? So, let's just pay attention to the gender within this next question. So, by this time next year, what will be the energy surrounded by the United States? Everybody going to be more happier? Things going to be improving? Like, is our nation going to be like in shambles? Like, what is it giving? This time next year, what's the current energy? Oh, shit. Firm foundation, wisdom. Bro, if he wins, I kid you not. You got the men on all these cards. By this time next year. Okay. Harmony. Bro, if he wins, I'm going to be pissed. Passion ignited. Okay, woman, man. So it's like both on both cards. All right, so we'll read the woman cards for Kamala, and we'll read the male cards for him. I think it could go either way. To be honest, with these cards, it could go either way because you got man and woman. Patience and planning, emotional loss. Oh, he might lose. All right, so let me show y'all the cards. We got emotional loss. And that came out for him already, emotional loss. See? Heartache and loss. This came out. So I think he might lose. This came out for Trump. Let me see. Then we have sacral chakra, victory and success with the guy. Suffering in silence with the woman. Truth. We know this is Kamala because we got the truth card with the with the mirror. Passion ignited. We know this is Kamala. Universe. This is a woman. Harmony. This is a man and a woman. I feel like this could go for Trump or her because the card for him that just came out was, it said harmony with the Lovers card, but also for Kamala, it's showing her and her husband like being like a perfect match. So this could also be her. I would say more so her because you have this energy, the sacral chakra, which is creativity, sexuality, and confidence. And if you look, these colors are lining up. Yeah, these colors. Let me lift this up. Next, we have wisdom. This is a man, but you also have a man and a woman in the background. Then we have firm foundation. This is the root chakra card. This is the man. And then we have the third eye chakra. So we got a couple different chakra cards. Let me count the cards for him. Patience and planning. That's Kamala for sure, because I already said that for her. Patience and planning, harmony. I'll put her at the bottom, him at the top. Passion, suffering and silence, and truth. For him, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We have 6 for her. So I think they're like neck and neck. This is crazy. So they're neck and neck with the election. I think for her, if we just look at the energy, you have the suffering in silence. This is a young woman suffering in silence. So I think this is the younger version of herself. It's like looking forward, but just like the early stages of her life not being so good. But I am seeing, you know, when love came into her life, things did get better because she realized like she is lovable. So I think she healed from her childhood trauma. That's what's coming up for her. And I feel like any woman who's, you know, wants to start their spiritual journey or is interested, like, just start. Because I'm telling you, like, when you learn like how to overcome your own like traumas, you're literally unstoppable. Like when you can control your own emotions and triggers before other people can do that, then you are a powerful person. And that's what's showing up for her. So shameless plug, I am going to go ahead and tell you guys about my spiritual mentorship if anybody's interested. I help women develop their spiritual gifts, overcome childhood trauma. You know, we do spiritual growth sessions, which are similar to like therapy sessions, but it's more from a spiritual perspective. And we also do within my mentorship group meditations. We do group rituals like for money, manifestation, love, different things depending on what's going on. And I also, within the mentorship, you get a monthly ancestral reading. So I schedule all of my mentees every month for their reading on the day that they prefer within my reading dates. So if anybody's interested, my readings website is www.mastermanifestor888readings.com. Yeah, just want to include that. But anyways, back to the reading. We also have Passion Ignited. So this is going back to what I was saying about, you know, her being fired up and excited about life. I think once she overcame that trauma or that loss, like just that empty part of herself, when she faced her shadow self and found her truth as a woman, I feel like that happened as an older woman. I feel like that didn't happen in her younger years, like in her 20s or whatever. Oh, wow. 111 on my camera. So I have an hour and 11 minutes left on my camera. But yeah, that's how I know I'm spot on, like 111. So yeah, the truth, she found her truth, you know, in her, you know, older years, like, but that's okay because she's in her prime now. Like she's literally so in tune with herself, and she sees like the role that she plays in the universe, not just like the United States, but in the universe. She feels like that she can genuinely make a change within the universe, and that's powerful. Like that's a person that, shit, if I wasn't on her side, baby, I'd be scared too, you know. So I can understand the fear, because they like, oh, she ain't finna turn that White House loose, she finna do her shit, okay? Like they not gonna even remember my name. They ain't even gonna remember what a Trump is. So I feel you, Trump. You scared, my guy. I understand. Okay, so we have for him, we have, well, this card came out for him, okay? So this was prior to I pulled for this question. So you have the emotional loss. So I think that he is going to lose. But that victory and success, I think with this being a younger boy, this is showing, oh, I get it now. Okay, thank you, Spirit. I get the message. So I feel like it's showing both of like their inner self, like their inner child. I think for Trump, this man here would probably represent like a father figure. This says wisdom, but this is an older man. I mean, Trump is old as dirt, but you know what I'm saying? Oh, bald spot. This might be Trump. But no, I feel like this is a man, like a father or grandfather that just passed down things to him, like wisdom and knowledge. And that's the rhetoric that he spreads. Like a lot of the things that he spreads, like hate and misogyny and things like that, it was learned. Like it was learned behavior from family. So it's kind of like I'm gonna say I feel bad for him. I don't have any sympathy or empathy for him, but I just feel bad for like how he was raised. Like I am seeing some like abusive tendencies within his family. Okay, I'm gonna just keep it at that. So if you think about it like this, remember I was talking to y'all about audacity and having the confidence of an average mediocre man. This is that. Okay, so the victory and success, this is a young man blowing a trumpet. Okay, so this is showing him, oh, trumpet, Trump, okay. But this is showing the younger self here, okay? So from the younger self, he's been having that same like, okay, anything I want, I can get it. Even if somebody tells me no, I can just go to my dad. I can just go to my grandpa and it'll be done. Like there's no sense of like humbling in life of something where you like within the black community or like minorities or people, you know, who are of African descent, we get told no a lot. And there's a lot of obstacles in our way. And I think for the first time, Trump feels these obstacles that are in his way. Like he's genuinely like running up against somebody that's on his fucking neck. And for him, it's showing him how incompetent he really is. And I think, you know, this loss for him is if he loses, it's gonna hurt him to the core. Like he's gonna feel it in his heart and in his stomach. Okay, that's showing up. This is the loss card. Okay, so it's also going to impact, because this is the root chakra, which deals with finances, being able to take care of yourself, food, water, you know, your necessities, like paying your bills. So I think that his money is like looking funny for sure, because you got the firm foundation card that comes up. So this is the energy surrounded by the presidential election. Let me see if we can get one more. So Spirit, y'all want to tell us? Look on the bottom. Mental conflict. Yeah. And then look for the woman, we got fertility. And I was just telling y'all, like Kamala gives that motherly energy. So let me ask one more time. I just want to know, is she going to win? I just want to know who's going to win. Like, you know, let me see. All right, I'm going to pull, let me see, is there any men in these cards right here? Because I want to know. I don't think it's, oh, it is men. Wait, is this the same deck? Okay, yeah, so there is men in this deck. So let me ask, as of November 4th, 11:36 p.m., who is going to win the presidential election? Show me on the card, Spirit. It's going to be a man or a woman. Who is going to win? Who's going to win the presidency? Whoa. Look. It's a woman. And then we have dancer, movement. So these are like faceless. These are faceless, but these are like the ancestors, okay? This gives like tribal energy. I think that her spirit team is like coming through. This says spirit guide, shaman. So her Native American ancestry is definitely coming up, as well as the African ancestry. This gives me Ghana energy here. This is powerful. But I think she got it, y'all. What y'all think? Like, I'm super excited. Like, I feel like we need this. Like, we need a win. Like, the United States needs a win. And I just feel like we wouldn't have came this far as black people, like in life, like within our history and our ancestry, you know, like we wouldn't have came this far just just for God to just leave us high and dry. Like, I feel like we might not get reparations, but there will be other ways in life that things can come back full circle for us. Like, I understand like the trauma we've experienced. You know, I've been doing my shadow work for 6 years. Like, I've literally been like uncovering like all my traumas, trying to understand myself better, and just doing the healing that I need to do for myself. And I'll be honest, like, I realized so many things within myself that are beautiful about my childhood and are beautiful about where I come from. Even though, you know, during my childhood, it didn't seem like that, or it might not have seemed like times where it's good. But when you look at the bigger picture, like, that is within us. Like, our history, you know, our ancestry, like where we come from, like, that is a part of us. Our ancestors are always going to be there, like, cheering us on. So look, we have a black woman running for president. If you didn't vote or you did not vote for her, like, I think it says a lot. It says a lot. And I'm not trying to be biased at all, but if we just think about like history, like, we have to keep moving forward. That's what this card says, movement. We have to move forward. We cannot stay stagnant in life. We can't stay like, because it's like every second that we stop and delay what we should be doing, or we ignore our intuition, like, that's going to put us in harm's way. It's going to put us in certain predicaments that's not going to be ideal. So if Trump wins, like, genuinely, if you're on the fence and you feel like, you know, he's the better choice, like, just go grab the nearest mirror and just really look into it and like try to figure out what's within you that makes you not love what you see in the mirror. And I know it may be seeming like, oh, like, that's too deep, or, you know, like, it's probably OD, but it's really not. Like, it's a reflection of like what you feel within yourself, like, that you would rather put a mediocre man back in that seat twice when he's already had that position, which Kamala, she's the vice president, but her job is to be in the background. So why is she being judged for that? But I'm not going to talk y'all's ears off. I feel like this reading is probably going to be an hour long. Didn't even get to play much music, but I just want to pull and see, like, tomorrow's the election, so we probably won't know, you know, like, the outcome. It might, you know, last a couple of days, but this is the reading on the 2024 presidential election. If you guys want any, you know, further readings, please let me know down below in the comment section. If anybody, you know, has an interest in joining my mentorship or booking a personal reading, I have all my links down below in the description box. Thank you guys for watching. This is Juju the Master Manifester, and I am out.